Oh, okay. All right. Whoever's in here, you guys want to make a comment so I can see if I can put your comment on the screen. I'm just testing the streaming thing. Whoever's in here, don't be shy. Virgo, come in. This is going to be a reading. I was just testing out the stream. Hey, oh my God, I can see you guys' name. It is huge. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am going to have it where you guys don't see all the logos. I literally just downloaded it today, so I just want to see how it's going to work. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hey, Simply Fit. Hello. Hey, Tiffany. D, Devani, Key, my key supporters that's in here today. I appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Mari. I'm not really sure who you are, Clara, but thank you so much for joining me. Mari, I miss you. Drea, where have you been? Rosa, hello. Amanda, Jennifer, hey. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining the live. Like I said before, this is, I want to change the title, but this is going to be a Virgo love reading. It's not going to be as long. I just wanted to see how the stream was going to work, how it was going to go. It's everything is so much better. I can actually see you guys. When I look at it through the YouTube studio, it's kind of hard for me to see. It's pretty tiny. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading, and I'm happy that you guys are in here. Somebody said, Jennifer said, did I pass the test? You did pass the test. You did pass the test. Hey, Mary Save. Hopefully I said your name correctly. Okay. I did call you guys' name. So this is going to be based on the people that I called, and of course, other Virgos that are going to come and enter the live a little bit later, or who's going to join, I guess, look at the replay. But this is going to be a love reading. So I want to see what's going to come out here for you. I don't want to use any words, any cards with words on it. I want to see how your love life has been going. Is it good? Is it something that you guys have been concerned about? Let's see. Now this is going to be for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. Let's get it. All right. So we're going to see what's going to come out here. So the first card that's coming out is the Seven of Wands. Oh my God, I can even see my hands. I love it. All right. So this is what I'm seeing. And this is, and I'm not going to say that this is for everybody. This is not necessarily for everyone who's a Virgo. I see that, you know, you guys were in love with someone. You guys have been having feelings. You still have feelings for someone that you actually imagine living with. That's right. And I'm not saying that you live with them. Some of you guys actually live with the person. This is a little bit different because this feels like somebody got locked out of the house or someone got kicked out. That's the only reason why I say that. So I feel like you guys were in a serious something with someone, right? And the Seven of Wands is about you standing up for what you want, standing up for your beliefs. I want to be in a marriage. I'm not going to be waiting, 2 years to be with you, or I've been waiting already for 3 years to be with you. So you did something with the Seven of Wands. Okay. And like I said before, I feel like it's someone that you guys really, really was interested in, or like I said, not even really about interested in. This was someone that you had feelings for here with that Seven of Wands. Now, if I had to say that this had something to do with a coupling situation, someone is defensive right now. Okay, Seven of Wands is letting me know that there could be a lack of communication or someone doesn't want to talk. And I don't care if they're living in the same house. Someone is saying, I don't want to talk. Don't call me. I'm going to block your phone. Something like that. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We're going to talk about those who are single as well. It's not going to be just for those who are in a coupled relationship. But as far as those who are coupled, this stance look pretty crazy. Look at this. Here it is. Now you got the Tower card. It's getting a little serious now. Okay, because the Tower card is fear. It is your emotional state. Some of you guys, this could have just happened, or this is something that could happen within this week or within this month. We already know we have some very hard transits that's about to, happen. And Mars is what? I told you guys earlier in your other reading. What did I say Mars was? Mars is what? Mars is the war god. Okay? So something here is going to happen. Now, I don't think that this is bad. I don't think this is always a bad thing. I just feel that some of you guys are emotionally, maybe you feel abandoned by somebody. That's another way, right? You kind of feel like, oh my God, they're not talking to me. They don't want to pick up the phone. Like I said before, here with the Seven of Wands, someone feels very defensive. It makes sense. But something good is going to happen. I like the fact that the way that the person did the drawing here. Now, this is something being torn apart, or something that was torn apart, right? But this is also saying something coming up on the horizon for you, whether you are in a connection or not. Something good is going to happen. Now, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. I'm going to move this out the way for a second so you guys can see. Oh, okay. Next card is the Four of Swords. Wow, I think that this already happened. If you were to ask me, I feel like this is something that already occurred. Four of Swords is saying that you have been, maybe again in this waiting, holding pattern, waiting for love to come in. Let's say you are single. You've been waiting for love to come into your life. It's been hurting. The Three of Swords is right above her head. This has not been a easy journey. Somebody wants to talk. There's a Ace of Swords, which is the swords, one of the swords, but one of those swords is sitting right above her head. So she's like thinking about this nonstop. So I feel like this is not just you. Can I tell you that whoever you are waiting for, if it's someone that I feel like they want to communicate too. I feel like, again, you feel abandoned. They feel abandoned. Why do I feel a mirroring energy? I kind of feel like you and this person feels the same. There's something that's in between you and the love of your life. I mean, it could be another person, it could be work, or it could be just morale. But something isn't. There's nothing happening. Clearly, Four of Swords talks about a pausing, or the person isn't even calling. Remember, the Four of Swords is like a standstill. But what is it that you guys are wanting? Some type of clarity with that sword right above her head. And then right at the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Eight of Cups. Now, this is really the abandoned card. The Eight of Cups was known to be the abandoned card. So for a lot of you, again, like I said before, it really does feel like abandonment. Now, what if you are single? You're like, how does this relate to me? Maybe you feel like the universe has forgotten about you. All your meditations, all your prayers, maybe that's how you guys have felt. This person is walking alone. Okay, and the path isn't necessarily the shortest. He really doesn't know what's on the other side. So I do feel like you guys have been, this is a part of the unfulfillment that you have been feeling here. Can I say that somebody may have said some things that they didn't mean? I feel like there is a little attitude somebody may have had when you guys stop talking. Like I said, this could happen if you're literally living in a house with the person. They refuse to talk. They're not even engaging. Four of Swords also talks about the lack of engagement. And I feel like this is because someone has an attitude or someone said something that, they meant it when they said it. But I do feel like someone may have said something that now they may regret. This could be you or someone else. If you're looking for your person to do something, I don't see them doing anything. Here with the Wheel of Fortune, there's something that's meant to happen here. Now, I do want to clarify that, because what is meant to happen after all of this? This is a lot here. At the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Star card. So, like I said before, you guys are still hoping for something. You've been waiting for something. And part of that Tower, it could be, especially if you're single, an unexpected event. Now, the reason why I say that is because the Tower card is also hitting this Wheel of Fortune. Now, most of you know what this means to me. What do I say? Serendipitous energy, right? This is more like serendipity. The Star card is saying the same thing, that there's something that you're hoping for that I feel will create this destined energy. Star card and the Wheel of Fortune is something that's destined according to what's in your chart, according to your timing. There are some Virgos that are pregnant right now. There are some Virgos who are about to get married right now. I know some, okay? So they are maybe further along in their journey than you, but I definitely see it. Okay, now what I want to do is go ahead and clarify these cards with this deck. We're going to clarify that Seven of Wands. Let's see what's going to come out here for Virgo. First card that came up here is the Temperance card. Now we're clarifying the Seven of Wands. Okay. Now, like I said, I can tell that before, and this is saying boundaries. And on here, it talks about self-control. Ooh, hold on. I don't know why I got this, but that Eight of Cups that we saw earlier, this is like emotional. So some of you guys could be drinking here because of that. And the universe is saying, maintain your composure. Okay, with this Temperance card. There's somebody coming back from your past. Now, this could have been someone that you blocked. I remember having a full-blown conversation with one of the Virgos when I said, oh, well, this person is going to communicate. And they're like, well, how are they going to communicate when I block them? And I'm like, listen, they have other ways for this to happen. I do see someone from your past coming back, but you're being told not to give in to their will. Meaning if there has to be a compromising, then it should be a compromising. But right now here with this Temperance card, it's been a lack of. There's been this sacrificing energy, whether it's with them or with other people that you have been with. Temperance card says that there needs to be balance, that there's something that you're doing that you have no temperance on. And this has been really the issue, a lack of boundaries. So the Temperance card says, hey, are we going to do things different this time, Virgo? Or is it going to be a little bit different? Are you going to have some self-control? Oh, well, I just want things to work. And I want things to be okay with us. But the thing is that it's at what cost to you? And so that's basically what I'm seeing here with that reading, with that part of the reading. Let's go ahead. Let's get the Tower. This is for Virgo. Okay. Oof. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying not to make sure that my cards don't fall on the floor. I told you. Opportunity on the horizon. Isn't that crazy? I don't know these cards, but I took notice of this whole Tower card, and that was the thing that I took notice of. I never say that when I see that card. There's something else coming in here for you here with the Three of Wands. Now, I mentioned that later when I got to this part of the reading, when I said that there's something coming, because the Wheel of Fortune is a destined energy. That's your star, your North Star. This is where you're going. But baby, you've been waiting. You've been really patient. You got two cards that talks about waiting and patience. And all you guys already know, I've said this plenty of times, right? How many times have I made this comment about, boy, Virgo is coming, and you guys be like, how long do I have to wait? This is the breakthrough. That's why I knew that tower wasn't just about the feeling of crumbling, the feeling of failure. It's not really about that. A lot of you have been at this place of just waiting, and then boom, telling you something is about to happen with that tower. You need that tower to happen, actually. That's Pluto energy. It's unexpected, very much so, and it is in an area that you want. And we've been saying with this whole star card, it is exactly what you've been waiting for. Okay. And it has been, truly. A lot of you guys have been waiting a very, very long time. And you've been loyal. You've still been waiting. So it's not like you haven't been waiting. Oh, give me 1 second. I forgot I had something on the stove. Do not leave, guys. Give me a second. Okay, I promise I didn't burn it, but maybe a little dry. But anyway, um, yeah, like Sean said, it's been forever. It's been a while. This is what you guys have been waiting for. But this is the point that I was getting at earlier, is that for a lot of you, you guys have still been faithful to the idea. And I'm not saying idea. If you got your personal readings, you already know this is not something that I'm just talking about, right? You guys already know that there's going to be someone who's going to come in here for you. Okay, you know that. But why do I feel like you're developing something? Please don't come for me when I say this, because we see a lot of universal cards, right? We saw the Star card, we saw the Wheel of Fortune, we see the Temperance card. It's like the universe is like, lesson. Somebody earlier was like, oh, why in the world do we always have to learn lessons? And this wasn't a Virgo video. This was somebody else. But Temperance card talks about lesson. And what did it hit? The Seven of Wands. Like, you guys can't pretend that you don't know that this is what you've been doing, right? It has something to do with, if you really want it to work, you will not compromise. Okay? You won't self-sacrifice for someone else. And I'm not saying if the person is worth it, there's things that you would sacrifice in a relationship, but come on, this is not what people you guys will sacrifice for. This is, most of the time, they weren't even worth it, right? They were not even worth the lick, right? They weren't. Let's get the Four of Swords. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay, a lot of you guys are sick of that. Now, here with the Four of Swords, this is what it says. Exactly. Stop hanging yourself. Okay, this is crazy, but okay, love it. Self-sacrificing. Is it because I'm a Virgo that I know what's going on? No, I do the same thing with every other sign. I am familiar with every other sign. I know your little patterns, your little, you know, idiosyncrasies. I know all of that. I know all of those things. Okay? The Four of Swords is basically saying, while you're in this pattern of waiting, because it's not going to be long, by the way, while you're in this pattern of waiting, what perspective have you gained from your past relationships that you've been in that you can take with you into this new situation that I'm telling you you're about to experience? You're about to experience this. So, like, has your mind changed? Do you feel different? Or are you in a place where, I mean, and this is not making fun of y'all, are you like, oh my God, why am I still here? Why am I still waiting for somebody to come around? Like, are you in that place? Because part of the Four of Swords talks about healing. This is not having grudges. This is not holding grudges. This is not, still wondering why someone didn't propose to you or why someone took the ring back. It's not about that. And a lot of you have been suffering from indecision. So it's like when you're in a relationship, you should let it go, but then you're like, well, should I or should I not? Should I do this? It's like you're stalling. Okay. And the universe is saying no. Now, this is another card that came out here, which is the Six of Swords. A lot of you guys are going to have to leave the past in the past, leave it behind you. This is why it says leaving behind, moving on, a transition. Okay, here with the Six of Swords. Can I tell you, for some of you, like I said before, let me talk to you single people, because I do talk to the people who are married a lot or in a long term. Did you guys see what was on that card with the Six of Swords? The Six of Swords automatically talks about peace, tranquility. And on here it says better days ahead. That's what I just talked about, right? Because we saw the Wheel of Fortune. You're not just sitting there thinking my life is going to be like this forever. You're saying, what lessons have I learned and what can I do before the love of my life enters? You're actually doing something. It's not like you're sitting still. You're doing something. Healing is a process and it's work. So if the universe is saying that better days are ahead, then that's what you should be in expectation of, which I feel like most of you are in expectation of that. Okay. Now, you guys did get the Hangman. Can I tell you one thing that you guys may come for me on? Victimhood. Victimhood. I know some of you have been in relationships and the person was straight up with you and told you what this was. I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm going to school. I'm working. Whatever, right? And then what happened when you start falling in love, or the sex was good, or the intensity was amazing? All of a sudden you became, possessive. Then you start blaming the other person. Oh, they don't love me. They don't like me. And I can't believe they talked to another person, or they lied. And I'm like, I thought you said that the person told you a friend. Well, yeah, and see, this is with the victimhood. A lot of that stuff that you knew that you could get out of, but you didn't because you were curious. Let's be honest. You were curious about how they look, how they were in bed. You were curious of how it feels to be around them, how they smell, the conversation. You guys were curious. And you got in too deep. So I want you guys to be careful about the victimization of, love, because the universe is going to always give you an out. And I can tell that a lot of you had an out. Okay. But remember, when I picked up the Hangman, I said, I don't want to say it too much because then, YouTube will take it down. But some of you guys in general resisted or intentionally not listen to your own intuition because of curiosity. Okay. Let's get this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune here is the Nine of Wands. Ooh, yeah, there it is. It's like, okay, God, thank God. I told you, you guys have been tested. Now, the nine can be a very long time, because not only did you have the Nine of Wands here, but you had the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. This has been tough. Not having real love or dealing with nonsense all these years have been tough. Now, it could be tough in a relationship. It could be tough outside of it, because you're constantly hitting resistance. Now, you guys didn't know this, but out of all the cards that I pulled, including the ones that don't have words on it, resistance has been your major theme in your reading. Resistance. Whether it's you resisting, sorry, I forgot the cameras turned differently. Whether it's you resisting what's in front of you and refusing to see reality, or you're dealing with someone who's like, I'm not ever going to change who I am. And it takes a lot of strength to walk away. It takes a lot of strength to tell somebody no. Because you guys already know what it means to say, I'm walking away. If you guys haven't really did anything with the person, it's a little bit easier for you to actually walk away from something like that. It's like, it's not really a big deal. But if you guys have been intimate, and I have to say that for people who, and I don't want to make it seem like that's easy. If you guys have been intimate, and remember I said in the beginning of this reading that for some of you, you thought about moving in, you talked about moving in. This is how far you guys got into the relationship. So I'm not going to say that that's easy, because it's not. This is the reason why you have the strength card here, because the strength card literally says you must be strong enough to do it. You have to be strong enough to say enough is enough and I'm going to walk away. This is why the 9 of Wands is here. You're being resilient, but you're tired. How much more can I take? And looking at this Wheel of Fortune, it's saying maybe if you guys are in a connection, and I'm just going to get to them first and I'll get to the single people. If you are in a connection, it could be saying this could be the end of this soulmate. See, when I first came to the whole YouTube thing years ago, I wasn't reading, but I was watching it. I would hear people talk about multiple soulmates, but it was offensive to me, because I'm like, what that mean? What you mean you're going to have multiple soulmates? There's going to be one special person. There's going to be one special person in my life. I don't want them having a million soulmates, but now I get it, because I was working out of my ego. And I understand that not everybody is you're not meant to be with a certain person forever. Okay. So with this one, for some of you, it's like you held on as long as you could. You tried to work it out as long as you could, but the 9 of Wands is at the end, close to the 10. This is too much. It has to go. It got to go. Okay. A lot of you like, I can't do this anymore, right? You got to have enough self-respect. And for a lot of you, even staying in the connection, you're not even having respect for yourself. You're like, am I stupid? Am I dumb? Do I not love myself? Do I not have enough compassion for myself? Am I weak? Am I weak for staying here? But the thought of separation is the thing that got you as well. So you were conflicted. But the Wheel of Fortune, like we said before, is what? Your true north. That's your North Star. It's telling you where you're going. Something is close to ending. Not yet, especially if you're in a connection. I got to admit, 9 of Wands, you're not quite at the end. So even if it's someone from your past, baby, that's not even over. I know. And y'all know I don't, tell you guys to go back to anybody, but it's not time. Something isn't over yet. Something isn't resolved. So now, are you going to have enough courage to stand up for yourself when this person comes back up in here, or when your spouse, or when your baby mama, baby daddy come through that door? Are you going to have enough courage to tell them how you really feel? Or are you afraid that it's going to be conflict? Because you already know some people, depending on their temperament, right? Even if you say something a nice way, they take it the wrong way. And here we go. I can't even say anything. If I can't say something to somebody that I'm with, my mind is already made up. I'm more likely in my head making an escape route. Even if that person doesn't know, I am making an escape route in my mind. I will smile in your face, but I will make an escape route instantly if I cannot talk to you. So I don't think for you, it would be more like indecision if your mind is like that. You're like, oh no, my mind is already made up. It's only time now. Okay. Let's get your last card here for the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, somebody said, wow. Wow. That's a lot of enduring. You got to think about that. That's a lot of enduring. That's a long time. And what's so interesting about 14? That's 2 sevens Have you ever heard that saying where it talks about the 7-year itch? You're coming up to the 7. It always starts around a 6.5 years, six, something like that, or something starts to fall down and break down. And then if it doesn't, then you get over that hump and you kind of smooth sail through it. And then you get it close to that 14, 13 and a half. And you're like, oh Lord. Oh yeah. Every 7 years. You guys have the Hermit card here. Can you guys see that? And that is hitting what? This is hitting the Destiny card. Destiny. Your true north, something will happen. Can I tell you for the single people? Let's get to y'all for a second. I think I told y'all this. Haven't I told y'all this before? And I know, for some of you, somebody said earlier that it's just dry as a desert. Somebody was like, I ain't had nobody in a long time. Okay. I've said this plenty of times. And a lot of you guys already know that I'm telling the truth. Before those people that's in your life right now, because I see some of you guys in the comment section, and I know you've been dating, you're going to be at a place where there's more than one. Now, how the hell does that happen? How do you go from 0 to like 2 and 3? There's one person that I read for, and beautiful girl. She's like one of my regulars. I remember actually like telling her love life, and this was last year, was just silent. It was weird. It was like a stalemate. And she was so anxious, so anxious. And I'm like, they're coming. And I told her who was coming, got past coming, you got new coming, you got these, they're coming. And I'll never forget it. I was at the park, and she may be here too, because I think she's a Virgo rising, I believe. I was at the park. I gotta talk to you right now. I need a reading. I need an emergency reading. Okay. All right. Let's see what she wants. Let me go back home. Drove back home. Grabbed my cars, went straight to the park. Went back. Hey, what's going on? Oh my God, everything you were telling me about, like the past people, you were telling me, and literally in 1 weekend, 3 people. New and old. How do you go from nothing to all of these people overnight? And that is what I'm trying to say with you. Okay. A lot of you are going to just come across people that is going to be buddy. This is what I'm saying. Some of you guys, this is going to be a friend at first, or someone that you know. I don't know why. I feel like it's somebody that you are aware of. Like, you know this person. Okay. That's one. Then it's other people who are vying for your attention, but you don't think that they are. You're kind of second guessing it. Oh, they're not really thinking about me. They act like they don't like me. They're acting like they don't like me. And I always tell you guys about that. They never can hide from me. They ain't gonna ever hide for Yasmina, okay? Because I've already told y'all about that, right? They ain't gonna ever hide from me. If they like you, I want to see it. But this is what happens when when things seems very unreal, when now things start to actually form, it feels unreal. But that is a part of what? The tower. That is a part of that breakthrough that you guys are going to experience out of the blue. That's what the tower does. Pluto happens out of the blue. You don't even expect it. You're just like, walking down the street somewhere, and somebody drive up. You outside your house, might drive up in a BMW. He ain't trying to hurt you. He or she, whoever, right? I'm just saying because I'm a female. They're not trying to hurt you, but they just say, just saw you sitting here. I just want to, the old saying, what they used to say. I was just saying, anybody sitting here? Can I sit right next to you? Can I talk to you? Ooh, I remember that back in the day. Woo, that's what they used to do, honey. They don't do that too much nowadays. But the thing is that it's that kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying, right? Out of nowhere, unexpected. That is what I'm saying. Okay. So Virgo, this is what I have for you guys here with your love reading. This was going to be a test. I love this so much because I was working on this all day to try to get this way. This is how it's going to be when I do you guys cash apps too. That was another reason why I wanted to do that. But I appreciate you guys for coming. I love you guys. You're supposed to say, no, don't leave. No, don't leave. I had to eat. Push Pinder. Hello. I'm going to do the money. Of course, this is like a love reading. You guys already know I'm going to come back tomorrow because I'm going to do what? I'm going to be doing your reading for the 14th. Okay. You got your reading for the week. And then tomorrow I'm going to start doing your readings for the next day and the next day and the next day. So of course, with that read, I'm going to do what? I'm going to have your money. We talked about it very extensively with money. So Pushpender, you probably didn't see it. I did one earlier. You probably didn't see it. Pushpender is like she's a regular, so she knows, but I'm pretty sure you probably didn't see it. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. Have a good night, and I will see you guys back here again soon. Bye.